Hello and welcome back to Third Days Total War Divide and Conquer, where we continue on with our Angmar campaign. And to begin with, we have a little skirmish between Captain Akov with an army of Goblin Band, Infantry and some Snagger, which is quite irritating against our small force of Goblin Archers, some more elite heavy infantry of Orc Marauders and Halberdiers, some Wild Riders and our Raiders. So let's get into it. We are unfortunately without a general, so it is likely that some of our units will rout. But if we can get good surround on the enemy, they're likely to rout before we do. And with our slightly more precise archers, we do stand a chance of victory. Although they do outnumber us 2 to 1. If we keep this hill here, the Halberdiers in front. Raiders in front of them in skirmish mode, so they can take the brunt. Actually no, let's not do that. Let's have the skirmishers in the front in skirmish mode, because they're not as effective in melee. And although they have good range attack, it's not really what we need right now. Goblin Archers behind them, further up on the hill. So our Raiders and Marauders are going to use our flanking infantry. And the Wild Riders are going to be hopefully in the back, not really wanting to use them, because if we lose our captain, we are going to lose. So no risks can be taken. Keep sounding that horn every chance we get. There we go. Once they get into range, I'll send the skirmishers back once they've fired their ammunition. And then try and use them as strike infantry as well, because even though the stats aren't the best, at 3 and 5 compared to the Raiders, 7 and 6, against Snagger and Goblins, I'd say it's still decent. So they've got their stronger units in front, and their general in the back. Is he part of the Goblin Infantry, or is he part of the Snagger skirmishes? He's part of the Snagger. Okay. So we really want our general to push into the back and attack those Snagger skirmishes in the rear, or from the flank, and try and hit that general. The sooner he dies, the sooner we win. And the sooner we can take Onazanar, because these extra units will be beneficial in our claiming of the mountain hold. If only they were more centralised. Oh well. How many there are, there's not really many chances we can get to flank them. So shoot the goblins, not really much else we can do. And seeing that they're charging to the goblin infantry. That's it. Attack the skirmishing unit. That's definitely a smart thing to do. Shoot the Goblin Band. Okay, get the general out. Not sure where exactly he is, but we don't want him being one of the unlucky fellas. Oh, there he is. I keep forgetting, our captains are Hillman of Rudour. So last thing we want is to have our general snagged in a lock with a rather decent infantry unit. To say most of the Orcs and Misty Mountains faction is rather trash in the early game. But we're not really in the early game now. We're now starting to reach the... Well, we're in the barracks event. With how long I want this campaign to last, it's not going to be... I say this is the middle, the mid-game where we're in now. But we haven't done too much. But the game is already accelerating to its final curtain, as you will. Keep circling them with the Wild Riders. They'll never be able to chase the Wilds. And they are only Snagger Archers. And if you look at their stats, 2 and 0. 0 defense against a Wild Rider unit isn't exactly good. fact, this is the only unit to ever have 0 defense, the Snagger Archers. The worst unit to ever throw into a melee. And the one unit you should not be using to charge into others either. That's just a death sentence. Send in the halberdiers to try and help the skirmishers. I'm fairly certain they're a lost cause. Shoot some of the skirmishers. I'm not sure which one is the general, but still. Oh, those wargs just mowed down those Snagger like wheat to a scythe. Look at that, they're already routing after losing 70 to 1 charge. And if we zoom in, we can see the general is here, the unit we're shooting. So we don't want to go to there, we want to clear up the other Snagger with our wargs.
Only half the enemy force remains.
They're not currently routing, so they do fight back, and they are slightly stronger than the archers, but only just. They've got a bit of defense. That's the only difference they've got. Okay, seeing the archers are now out of ammunition, charge into those skirmishers and kill that general. And don't lose our own in the process. There it goes, there it goes. And I just charged the wrong Snagger. I think that was the wrong Snagger unit I charged in to. Nope, I was right.
General. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
Yeah, now it's just a few seconds away from them all mass routing. It's all a matter of time. Time I have them, they do not. Unless my general dies, the scales is just going to keep balancing into my favour. And that's that. Another victory for Angmar. Another reason why in this campaign we are the superiors. Because there's literally nothing stopping the Orcs and Misty Mountains from setting up a massive army with their faction leader to just claim back everything I've taken. Because if they were to bring out the best that they have, I would be obliterated. And I would have never been able to leave Gundabad. But it brought up nothing but captain after captain after captain army. And I think that's why Mordor plays better than Orcs and Misty Mountains, because they have so many generals. So I mean, if you were playing as Gondor, you can take out Mordor any day. You just need to know how to play. Need to know how to play around their generals and kill them quick enough. Because Orcs by nature are not courageous warriors. They are cowards, and they will retreat at the first sight of failure or defeat. They don't stand a chance. When led by a righteous leader, one that knows what's best for their people, and when a lot of blood is promised to be spilt, and the lands to be raised, then the Orcs will follow the greatest of leaders, the man of the hour, Captain Radbug.
No sleeping here.
Oh, that's a frog-like face. But yeah, Radbug, you did well. From Wild Rider to General of our nation, you will be the future General of Onazanar.
Come on. Listen.
Well, I'm going to move Hoonborn here.
We must pull back.
Wait a turn and let him join in.
Get ready for
Although we do have
fighting.
too many units here, so we need to move out a unit. Merge the halberdiers. It's a cheap way to do it, but
Get ready for fighting.
3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, now we've got too many. Sorry, skirmishers, but I don't like you. Simple as. I mean, we're not actually making a lot of money again. Ooh. We want to make an extra 250 a turn with mines. It's a big risk. Are there other things we can make? Roads would be a nice thing to make, but we need the Carpenter's Hut for that, so we'll build the Carpenter's Hut for Whipcord. Gundabad's about to be besieged again. Many units are still being repaired. Many plots are being schemed in those black pits. Dank halls. But we will persevere. what to get next. Can't upgrade Ansel, so there's no point in thinking of increasing population growth. We've got more than enough of our culture here. What about Goverdrine? Yeah, we could get up things. We could speed things up a bit. We only need 25% to get the Hillman. I think that'll come with time, so we'll get the building grounds. More Tarth. Oh yeah, they were besieging Dolbrin. But that was last turn they besieged us. Oh no, it was this turn.
No sleeping here.
So I could have attacked Shagdush on his own. And I think I will do that. It's better than trying to fight Lundine as well.
Get you.
And then there's also Zognak, which doesn't seem to want to move yet. Is he planning something? We don't know. We're going to have to find out, I guess. But in Morvatov, I'm going to make some more Orc fellas to put into a fort to just help defend Morvatov if things really go bad. We've got more units here. What happens when I move at Angmar? How much am I losing? Oh, I'm losing 1,000. Once I've taken Onazanar, I think I can happily say I'm willing to lose that 1,000 to regain Agendawa as a general. Because we need him. Once we've taken Goblin Town, there's literally... Oh yeah, and Zagkala. There's nothing stopping us from just continuing to move into Elven lands. Let's check our current allies. So we're allies to the Northern Dunedain, the Kingdom of Dale, the Dwarves of Ered Luin, the Wooden Realm, and the Eastlings of Rune. So not allies you'd normally see with us. Obviously Dale's probably getting ousted by Erebor. It was getting quite hurt by the Wood Elves as well, but now seeing allies with both, they declared a truce. And we're also allies with Ered Luin and the Dunedain, which could go to war with each other if they don't ally. Oh, they have, okay. So we are the three nations that are going to claim all of Eriador. Although I'm not sated with just Eriador. I plan to take out all other Orc nations. There can be only one. There can only ever be one. And I am that one. To claim true leadership over all Orcs. No other will say otherwise about it. Oh yeah, I probably should have attacked, what's his name? Let's see if he attacks me. If they attack me, they're in for a world of hurt, because the Ballistai are pretty good in an Orc encampment. Not so much a fully walled city, though. That's definitely a place where siege equipment is used for attacking, not defending. But not so much ballistas, they're just... Honestly, if you're going to have siege equipment attacking a fully walled settlement, you want to be using catapults, not ballista. The Orcs didn't attack us. Well. Well, they've got Dolbrin imprisoned. It seems I've managed to imprison Onazanar. I would say I'd ask for a truce, but I don't negotiate with Orcs. Another general, Garm. Do we need another general at this time? That's the question. So we've got Agendawa, we've got Radbog, we've got the new general that was at Witherboard. Yeah, we kind of need another person here to hold Dane's Halls and Rakierberg. So where are you at?
Get ready for fighting.
You're at Karndoon. Okay, so let's start you on your pilgrimage over to Dane's Halls. I feel like Dane's Halls is going to be really good with someone leading it. Yeah, the Governor's influence is definitely a big thing here. So then what have we built? We've built the Beast Cage in Karndoon. And although liking the Dane's Halls, there's a while before we can get any trolls. Although the beast breeder, I think what we want to do before we make the beast breeder is try and get one unit of cave trolls and then build it, or build it while they're being built. Probably the best way to do it. But what else could we get from Kharndoon? What's the current recruitment factor like? We can only recruit 3 units. So we want to get more recruitment slots, and to do that we need the slave quarters. Allies, they are denying allied with Gondor. Ooh. So they're at war with the Dol Amroth, but they're allied to Gondor. That's something I was not anticipating. And many factions don't like us. That I've come to accept. As orcs, I've come to accept people are going to hate us. So I'm besieging Onazanar. They get no extra garrison. However, they are in a walled settlement. And I want to see this walled settlement with my own 2 eyes. But I think we'll leave that for the last event, for the main event. First, we've got a small general to deal with. Drango. Use our ability to attack at night and bring down these foolish orcs that dare to defy me. Oh, it's a bit musty. They're going to immediately retreat, so the ballista may not get one shot off. But I'm willing to take a risk on that. If I can get them anywhere. Come on, you can go somewhere. There you go. Further up. Yep. Every other unit out the way. I don't have Wild Riders here. Why don't I have Wild Riders? Superstitious nonsense, in my opinion. That's why I thought there was Wild Riders here. There's archers. Line them up here, there to shoot. Then we'll sort everyone else on the way. Try and kill those taskmasters before they leave. No, they're gone. And they're gone. We might get one shot. Come on, you can do it. Fire. Oh. Disappointed me. I'm gonna move out. Ugh. Gates. Use a snagger as fodder. Need them to just sit here and possibly get hit by a ballista shot bolt while they're... Oh, they're just moving further back. They're really going to make me work for this, aren't they? They're really going to make me work for this. Okay, well they're the executioners here. They're just going to die. Probably slow it down again as well, otherwise we'll make a mistake. Halberdiers up the back. Oh, we have another unit of snagger. Send them up as well. These units on the other side. Counterbalance with sellswords. And general in front of the halberdiers, but behind the archers. The goblin band just protect the centre in case the AI thinks they can be smart. Yeah, the balance of power is very in our favour, which is why they fell back so far. Who was their general? Is it the Orc? The Wild Rider? Yeah, there they are. The Wild Riders are naturally so split up, it's difficult to get a good shot off at them with the ballista. But from this height, it's very likely we're going to get some decent kills with the ballista today. So So let it begin. Let it begin now. You think moving up's gonna scare me? Ah! You clearly do not know who you're dealing with here. Let's actually hit the Goblin Band. We're more likely to deal some actual killing blows. Yeah, no. Those shots have been terrible. Try shooting those wargs instead. If we're just going to go pinpoint on one guy or two, might as well focus the warg riders down. Come on, you're in range, right? There you go. Now I need to move everything up again. There's nowhere you can hide now. Accept surrender, and you may live. Or die and continue dying like you are. Yeah, to shoot down this snagger. I have no time for repulsive wretches in my army. Yeah, the ballistas aren't getting many precise shots off today. It must be an off day for them. Now not even aiming at the right unit. Well, to be honest, it might just be the orcs. So I'm not actually sure if orc accuracy is a factor with ballistas. You'd think it would be, but that cannot be a guaranteed factor, can it? Well, the ballista's almost out of ammunition now, so get a good shot, a few shots off to the
The battle is
wargs.
very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
And try and get them killed off. Keep volleying at the taskmasters, and then charge into them. And already they rout like the cowards they are. So you can shoot them in the backs a bit.
The enemy are
Your
badly
general's
bloodied.
abandoning you.
They have
What can you
lost
hope to
half
do
their
now?
men.
Oh, he's back. He's back for round 2, are you? I can't decide whether she wants to stay or go. And most of these orcs. There's a song that goes with this, but I'd rather not want to sing it. 'Cause I'm not the best with
We've
singing.
captured the enemy's
Look,
general.
there we go.
That will teach the coward
Look at those beautiful cell swords.
and run.
They should have fled while they had the chance. And now they're all done for. Oh, we only got 76% of them gone. Damn it, they're going to come back in the future. Well, I have rather a rascally look, have I not? And that is showing the white towers, the Tower Hills, and over the horizon, the Grey Havens, Niflond, the land of Linden. And those are elves departing from Middle-earth, never to return. Execute them. They may have escaped, but there were many who were not so lucky. Hopefully the orcs will think of that next time they try to deal with me.
No sleeping here.
Move the fellas into there. Now then, the main event.
No
Chief
sleeping here.
Hoonvorn, Wraith of Cardolan,
Kill them all!
besieges Onazanar, defended by Lungash and his goblin retinue. So it began, so it shall end. Many have received worse than this in payment for the slaying of their first orc. The cut is not poison, as the wound of orc blades too often are. Aragorn to Samwise. And there it is. The region even I haven't seen yet fully yet. Onazanar. I must admit, it's very majestic. A very old and rusty looking Dwarven region. Well, something tells me a giant dragon died here. Could have been Scaffer. It could have been. Let's try and get a nice view of that. Look at that face. Some would say only a mother could love that face. Unfortunately, dragons didn't have mothers. After the first few spawnings by Melkor, there were never any more dragons. Actually, no, there were. Actually, no. Several dragons were bred in the Grey Mountains, although not many. I get a nice view. Yeah. I'm trying to decide what that dragon is. It's obvious from the bones it hasn't got wings, so it's a wingless dragon. It could have been Is this the region where Scaffer the Worm was defeated? It could have been. It's actually quite hard to tell. If anyone actually knows, do tell me. I'm actually quite intrigued as to who that dragon could be. If it's not any named dragon, it's just there for design. I must admit that is very well done. You definitely fooled me. We've got more Holts to join with the archers. Marauders join with them. Halberds join together. We don't have any ladders, which I do regret. I keep forgetting this isn't Total Warhammer. You can't just get ladders on the get-go. I'm gonna leave behind cell swords. Now then, we just need to move in for the gate. I'm guessing all 4 of those are towers. Yeah, that is a strong front. I'm very certain they're buffing these towers in the future as well. So, yeah, attacking the main gate of Onazanar may not be the way to go. Thank you, Steam, for telling me broadcasting is enabled, though I didn't need to know that. I did not. Yeah, right now these towers, all they do is fire 1 or 2 fire arrows every couple seconds, and they normally do 0 damage. They may kill 1 or 2 orcs, but at the same time they're orcs, so who cares? You know, slowly move everything up. As you reach for the gate. It's just going to be a massive push to going in. Similar to as in Dane's Halls. Just need to break the enemy lines by throwing everything into it. But then we can also, once we've got the forefront, we can actually start moving around. And our archers can start being. Why is? Oh, I forgot to. Ah, bugger. Forgot to move more halt with the rest of the archers. That's the problem when you've been playing with Goblin Archers for so long, you forget about any other generals that may be archers. You just flat out forget. They just opened the gate for me. Did they really just open the gate for me? Damn it. I was too slow to reacting. If I wasn't, I could have just ended this here and now without having to do the long, boring gate scene. Ugh. I spit at you. Aim for those old bodyguards. Who cares about the snagger on the bowers here? Just aim into the clump. There we go. We're getting kills now. We're getting kills now. We might want to slow things down a bit as we sort this out. Marauders first to charge in. How about you join them in as well? Wild Riders, no, because if you get hit by one arrow, you're probably going to die. On the Marauders to get onto the walls. While the Halberdiers deal with the goblins on land. Serpent's Elixir. Come on, men, fight!
The battle is very much in our favour. Victory will be ours.
Ready to see if I can get you up here and attempt a flank. Yeah, we've got the gate. The Marauders can start moving up. Oh, the goblins are moving down. Oh dear, this could be fun. Fun, fun, fun. Try and put some of those at the back. Oh, we're almost out of ammo anyway, so it doesn't matter. Those that haven't run out of ammo, try shooting at the guys in the back. See, we're now getting our infantry in the front. We only managed to kill 3 orc bodyguards. Say we're only using goblins and then more holts, that was a bit slowed down for most of it. I'd say that was pretty decent. I cannot complain. I can get my cavalry and that'll be a big help. Probably going to lose them the second they go in. If we can kill off those taskmasters, this battle will be all but over. The general can't hold them off forever, or can't keep them up forever. Look at that, we're already pushing in. Gun Marauders and Sellswords. I forgot you were part of that group. Push in and attack those snagger. Look at how they funnel in as well. I would definitely enjoy showing off something that's very similar to Total War, so like Mountain Blade, the last days of the Third Age. I definitely think some of you guys would enjoy that campaign, or a campaign of that. Oh, we're suffering heavy casualties. Apparently that goblin unit didn't die off like I thought it did. Using the wargs to push through. Not the best against goblin band or infantry, but we can get them to push through. Yeah, we have to accept we're taking heavy casualties here. But luckily we have plenty of place. It doesn't really matter how many casualties we take, as long as our generals survive this battle. So all we need is a small army of probably the weakest units here to defend the Onazanar once we've claimed it. And then it's a long and steady trip back to Gundabad. Fist after he does his job. Okay, do we hold this area yet? Yep, they said objective complete, so they did it. Charge into the snagger. They don't stand a chance. So the Wild Riders to move back to here. Oh, they've got so many goblins left. I've already suffered a good few casualties too. But we've got here now. We've got the walls. That's what matters. Once their general dies, that'll be even better for us. Although we do not want Hoon wants of the same fate, so we want Lagbog to try and do that. Come on, my new general, do not displease me. Do not die now you've become a general. Now you've earned the right. Because even though it's better to have just generals that have been raised as generals, I guess having sometimes running an army of no generals is okay. Because if it's a 50-50 bout, or it's a bout where you're more likely to lose to the AI, and if you prove your superior skill, you actually can make a captain into a general. So if you ever feel like you're running low on generals, or you're not getting any adoptees, that's one way to get some free generals. But at the same time, it is very difficult to do. You have to actually know how to... It's not so much knowing how to play the game very well, it's knowing how to use your army against the enemies. Because anyone could play this game. I'm not saying it's difficult, because it can be, but it's not exactly the hardest Total War game in the world. It's all dependent on how you play and how well you know how to play Total War games.
Our men are in command of the castle.
Oh, it's a castle, okay. Like I didn't already know it. No, I thought this was a large city. What are you on about? To hold the centre for long enough. Oh, I might have condemned the Warg Rider unit to death. Yeah. Ouch. They just all died. 3, 2, 1, and they're gone. Come on, get there before our unit is fully out of the area.
We've lost control of the... If we continue like this, we will...
Come on, why can't you go through here? What's taking something to go through
control
here?
of the castle.
One goblin infantry remains. And then a unit of goblin band that has been killing my Warg Riders quite efficiently. Yeah, I've got to remember, even the spear unit is effective against Warg Riders. Well, the Warg Rider unit that used to be Lagbog's unit is now all but gone. There's a possibility it'll come back in the future, but no. Well, this day is ours. We've conquered our enemies once again, showing our superior might and tactics. No Snagler were fighting for a while. The day is ours. Losing near 500, we defeated everything they had to throw at us. He thought of the Master's words, and of Dale rebuilt and filled with golden bells. If he could but find the men, barred the bowmen. I'm unsure as to what this is. This area looks like it's being overrun by orcs. They could just be humans. Or, if their size is shortened... No, that can't be... Oh, like, can it? That definitely looks like Mount Doom. So, if anyone knows what this is depicting, please tell me. I'm actually intrigued as to what that is depicting. Because it looks like it's just a mountain in the land of shadow. But I cannot be guaranteed of this.
We've destroyed the enemy!
Anyway, back to Onazanar. They do not like us. They do not like us one bit. Unrest is huge here.
Get ready for fighting!
Okay, it's Radbug. How is it that one general makes everything worse?
No sleeping
Like
here!
everything. We lose money and everything in between.
Pick your feet up!
I need to leave one general behind. I need to leave Morholt behind.
Get ready for
Damn.
fighting!
Can I switch around with Afrog?
No sleeping here.
How about his Radbug as an actual general? As an actual governor? Let's see how well he does in Whipperboard. If he holds it, then that's fine. I'll leave him as the governor of Whipperboard. I'll move Afrog up to take on Onazanar.
Come on. No sleeping
So yeah, if
here.
Radbug really is that bad, I might just leave him as a fort general. Or I might actually take him in the army. Right now, we can't leave Morholt or Hoonvorn behind. We can't take them both. We need to leave one behind. How much can I take with me on this? We now actually we're making big money again. But that's because these Orc Halberdiers are free upkeep.
Get ready for fighting.
Happens if we leave a general and these Marauders behind. Things are okay. Okay, so Morholt's going to be there for
Get
now,
ready for fighting.
as Hoonvorn goes and makes some towers.
Objective complete. We have completed. No sleeping here.
I know you can walk through here. Okay. Yeah, we're seeing how well the Frog does in Onazanar. See if we can send Morholt over. And then we'll see if Radbug is... Well, he's only got one command, so he's not exactly the best for holding a settlement. Yep. Chief Hoonvorn the Mauler is moving on his way back to Dainshalls. Not Dainshalls, Gundabad, which already has a decent army inside of it. Although the raiders, the weakened Rudal units, I'm sending to Litash. That's where I can retrain them. Yes, we can retrain them indeed.
No sleeping here.
There's Wild Riders in Gundabad. Captain Gash, you're not planning to move, are you? Because you're the army I defeated. There's Lunlag. And everything in between. This is still the same. This is still the second turn of this. Oh no, the third turn of this episode. So we'll end the turn one more time, and we'll determine where our generals are best had. If Afro can hold an Onazanar, and Lugbag is not going to turn Whipperboard against us. Because the combined might of Agenauer, Hoonvorn and Morholt, yeah, unique generals are meant to be strong. They are meant to be exceedingly strong. Well, not exceedingly strong, but stronger than just having your other generals. Which is why I was thinking Rumen and Orphan would have been a little bit better in the Lothlorien campaign. But from what I've heard, what I've overheard, they're getting changes. So is Haldir. Because even though Haldir was a very good general, but to say he's our faction heir and to only have Galafrin March Wardens, when I was in that last battle, it felt like he was more of a detriment than an actual useful unit. So I believe Rumen and Orphan are becoming Galafrin March Warden generals, which definitely makes them stronger. The Mountain Orcs scatter. Angmar's might. The Iron Crown of Angmar still casts a pall of awful shadow and mist in the lands about the fell peaks and spines of Karndoon. Ever southwards, the dread travels, and a world broken once by the ice grip of steel-bound claws feels again its withering touch. The Iron-crowned shadow tendrils seek out and destroy the weakness they find hiding ever still within the lands it broke before, and it will break them again. This time, no wretch shall escape its scorn. It's very... That definition is very close to what we're doing with the Orcs. Except instead of defeating Arnor again, we're now claiming the lands of the weakened Orc tribes.
No sleeping here.
The people scatter. Wow. Wow. Just wow. That's really bad. Okay, so we really need to get the public order up. And for that we need culture. So Shrine of Melkor.
No sleeping here.
So yeah, for right now, Morholt is what we need. Or as any non-orc general.
No sleeping here.
I don't see why it says it's so bad though. At 70, I take him out. It goes to 75, so it's actually making it worse. Okay, I'll leave Afrog here for when things get a little better. But with a board. He actually takes money away. What? Oh wait, no, he gives it. Okay, for a second I thought he was taking money away. Lord Bryn is being besieged again. We've got the building grounds at Overdrine. We're going to get the hunting hut. Now we've got that. Yeah, I feel like right now I need to start solidifying my defense more than making a strong offense. Although we can still do both.
I'm gonna stick you.
Captain Korfrak, Captain Ufrak. Gundabad is in for rough times. It is in for very rough times. And so it needs its best. And its best currently is on its way back.
Objective complete.
The Eastern Mountains are now ours, though. Now we are fully neighbours to the Dwarves of Erebor. And our ally, the Kingdom of... Actually, no, we're not neighbouring Dale yet. However, we are neighbouring Erebor. And if we see fit, we could just make an army, and instead of going for the orcs, we could give them a reprieve. Let them live for now. Although I feel differently. I'd rather not have to seek peace with them. Although, that can actually be up to you guys. Would you rather I bring out a massive army against the Dwarves of Erebor, claim their mountain hold in the Lonely Mountain? Or would you rather me continue my assault against the orcs and move my way down into Khazad-dûm and claim the one of the richest regions in the game in Khazad-dûm East? The choice is yours. Would you rather me continue my assault against the orcs in Misty Mountains until they are all but defeated and claim the land of Khazad-dûm, knowing the orcs most likely won't stand a chance? But if we leave them up a little longer, they will become more of a challenge, bring up their heavy goblins and their more elite orcs and trolls. Although if we leave Erebor alone for a while, giving us time to get more of our elites, we run the risk of them becoming too strong that they can defeat our allies. So what would you rather me do? Begin a war with Erebor and meet with our ally in Rune? Or would you rather me continue assaulting the orcs in Misty Mountains and risk more war with Anduin, Khazad-dûm, and Imladris? But until then, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time. Farewell.